Hello, this is going to be about my book, Chapter 4, School Years. I never played with any of the kids when I was in preschool or kindergarten. I just found a nice place by myself to play with the toys. I loved trains back then and got to go on some train rides across the country, which I really loved. They had a wooden train set that you could put together and take apart the tracks and put them in all sorts of different patterns. I would spend hours doing that, taking them apart and putting them back together in different ways. By the time I was 10, I could not participate properly because I could not get enough oxygen to my brain and muscles. If I did any serious exercise, I would pass out, and it would take me several minutes before I would even wake up, a couple hours to fully recover from it. So I stopped participating with any effort in PE, which lowered my grades to C-. I did not make my first friend till a kid down the road showed up and started talking to me about himself and how much he loved planes, trains, and big equipment. I made a friend in no time, and that was when I was 4 years old. My second friend I made was a referral from him, so one day at school he introduced this other kid to me, and that was when I was 6 and in grade 1. So later that day, the kid asked me if I wanted to be friends with him, so I said sure. My friendship with the first friend ended when I was 16, but it was on the way out since I was 10. When I made friends with a new kid at school, my first friend got really jealous and it hurt our relationship hard. My friendship with my second friend ended when he turned 12. He wanted to be with the cool kids and I was not one of them. So we went our separate ways and have not seen each other since. The third friend ended when he turned 13. The same old story. He was too good to be friends with me, so we went our separate ways and have not seen each other since. I had found 2 boys 2 years younger than me that became my friends once I started grade 8. So for that year I had 2 friends, but it did not last. One moved away at the end of the school year and the other wanted cooler friends his own age. When I started grade 9, I met my BFF, who just lives less than a block away. He is disabled himself, so it is a good relationship. I don't know what his disability is. It has something to do with having an extra X chromosome but still being male. We have been friends ever since then and keep in touch on a regular occasion. He is married now but is unable to have kids. His wife has ADD, so they are good together. A new kid moved in right behind our house when I turned 12, and their boy was 13, and he was the worst thing that could ever have happened to me. The moment the boy saw me, he knew that I was disabled and would be easy to beat up and take advantage of. He would trip me, push me, hit me, spit on me, and ram my head into the ground. And this was a daily experience for me for the second half of grade 6. I was terrified of going to school and more terrified trying to get home again. My parents went to talk to his parents, but his parents said it was me hurting him and not the other way around. My parents went to the police, and they said till there is serious injury caused, they cannot get